last stop by the Dave Matthews Band is going to be played a half step down. That means that your 6th string goes to an E flat, your 5th string goes to an A flat, your 4th string goes to a D flat, your 3 string goes to a G flat, your 2nd string goes to a B flat, and your 1st string goes also to an E flat. So this guitar, I'm already a half step down. The strumming pattern for this song, let me talk about it real quick. That's the strumming pattern across the vast majority of the song. It's just pretty much basic downs and ups, but you'll be emphasizing an accent as you're switching the chords, and it comes together with a pattern sounding like this. And I'll slow it down. I'll play it at speed for you, and then I'll slow it down the rhythm. So you could probably hear the changing happening there. Here's the feel, very, very slow. And that's happening over the chords. So let's get to the chords. Pretty much all the chords to this song in the verse riffs are going to be octaves. And it's going to start on a G octave. You put your 1st finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, pinky finger on the 4th string, 5th fret. You'll block out the 5th string, and really you'll block out also with your 2nd ring fingers. You'll want to block out the 3, 2, and 1 string so that you can strum across all of the strings and get a percussive feel. But the only thing that's coming out is your fretted 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string and fretted pinky finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string. The 2nd chord is going to be moving this up just 1 fret, so still octaves, but now a G sharp or A flat or however you think of it. The 3rd chord is going to be coming up to a relative B note and then coming back down to the G sharp and G. The trick of getting to the B note, though, is that it's a quick slide, as in, here's the way it sounds like. So I'm hit, 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 slide, slide, hit. I'm not actually hitting the guitar, hitting the strings on this B note. I'm hitting the rhythm of the strum still in this G sharp note before sliding up and then sliding back down. And that's what Dave Matthews tends to do here. Listen to it again. Hit, 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 slide, slide, hit, hit, hit. As opposed to it's alright, so once you get that down, it then walks up hitting each time the way that walk up goes is G to the G sharp to the B to the C, then back down to the B, G sharp, G, G sharp, then the quick hit and slide again, back down to the G sharp, and then into the G. That's coming together very slow, like. And then sometimes it will go and drone on an F note. The way that the F goes is you put your 1st finger on the 6th string, 1st fret, you put your ring finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, you put your pinky finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret. And you strum across it. A lot of this song I'm palm muting by just laying my palm right across the saddle of the guitar. That gives it a slightly more muffled sound and percussive sound. Sometimes Dave Matthews just strums it straight out open. You can pick up your palm or put down your palm. Either way works. Leading into, let me show you that riff real quick that happens during the verse. So you're going G to G sharp to B to C to D to the D sharp, back down to D, C, B, and then G sharp, G. And then at the end of each round of the verse, it comes back up and goes D sharp, D, C, B. That's when he's saying this is the last stop. D sharp, D, C, B. When we get to the chorus, you're going to play 3 different sets of chords. The first is a D sharp. I put my first finger on the 6th string 11th fret. My ring finger goes down on the 4th string 13th fret, and your second finger goes down on the 3rd string 12th fret. In this chord, it's going to be very tricky to not hit anything that's not fretted open because they're all landmines. If I just strum across these fretted notes with other things open, that's what it sounds like. That sounds terrible. So you've got to be able to lay your fingers down in such a way that you're muting every string except for these 3 specific ones that you've got fretted. And then you strum across it down, just to kind of down, up, down sort of strum. And then it moves, take this exact same shape and move it all the way down here to this B flat. So you've got your first finger on the 6th string 6th fret, you've got your ring finger now on the 4th string 8th fret, and your second finger on the 3 string 7th fret. Then the last chord of the chorus, or the 3rd chord of the chorus, is going to be move your first and your ring finger down just 1 fret, so you're on octaves of an A, but your second finger has to drop down 2 frets so that it's sitting on the 3rd string 5th fret. And that's the chord that Dave Matthews is playing there. It's very a stretch of a chord and not a fun one to play. And again, you've got to be mindful of not hitting anything else open that isn't fretted because it doesn't fit with the rest of the chord. And those are the chorus chords, the E flat or the D sharp to this B flat to what is essentially, and I hit open strings there, what is essentially an A minor. And then it goes back into the standard chords of. Leading into the outro, Dave Matthews tends to just drone on a G octave, but it kind of starts to get this feel to it. Kind of as in 1 and 2 and 3 and that's not actually the count, but just to put numbers beside it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And in doing that, a lot of times the first hit, he'll hit on the octave, and the second hit, he'll pick up his pinky finger and expose the open 4th string just to add contrast along with what the horns are doing, and it sounds like. And in that strumming pattern, I'm starting to get, and Dave Matthews tends to get a bit more strummy with it as well, as in. So that's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And then it switches to. You move to a C chord. So the way that the C chord is made for the outro, you put your second finger on the 5th string 3rd fret, you put your ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and you can have an open 3rd string, but your second finger should really be blocking out the 4th string. And you're going to strum from the 5th string down. You're going to move from that C note to a B note. So just pick up your second finger and put your first finger down on the 5th string 2nd fret, strum across that, and then you'll move to an F sharp. Move your first finger to the 6th string 2nd fret. Your first finger should be blocking out the open 5th string, but the 4th and 3rd can ring open. Your ring is staying stationary on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string for this entire outro. And then you go with your 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret. And it repeats. The count that is happening here, they're subdividing the measures into triplets, and it's going triplet, 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 triplet. And the word triplet actually only has 2 syllables, but I'm adding a 3rd in there. And you can hear the shifting happening from the C to the B on the first beats of the first 2 triplets, as in triplet, triplet, and then you've got around a triplet with no change. So triplet, 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 that was the round with no change. And then on the 4th set of triplets, you move to the F sharp, triplet, and then on the last set of triplets, you move to the G, triplet, and it's running triplet, 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 triplet. And the difficult thing would be then strumming through that, because you've got to get into a triplet strumming pattern. Triplet, 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 triplet. So I'm hitting the triplet downbeat with a downstroke, but then I'm filling it in with more kind of ghosty ups and downs between the triplet downbeat. Triplet, 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 triple, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And those are the chords and movements to The Last Stop by the Dave Matthews Band. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.